Hi, welcome back. My name is Ayakana Obasi Bob, and I'm the founder and CEO at Obasi Diamonds, Gemstones, and Jewelry. So, today is an interesting topic. We'll be talking about if and why a woman should buy her own engagement ring. Yes, I think it's a really odd thing because, of course, it's out of the tradition. But, anyways, we'll talk about it. Stay tuned. I think the whole history of engagement rings and how it played out, you know, from 100 years ago until now, a man is the person that's supposed to buy it. That's traditionally. But then again, times have changed, and we're in more modern times, and with equality and women independence and all of that, I think it's left for the couple. It depends on the couple, honestly. If that they want to go half and half in splitting the bill for their ring, that's left to them. But I'll talk about what I would want preferably and what I've been seeing and what my clients have been doing. I had a situation whereby a client wasn't able to completely afford his wedding ring, which was engagement ring. He came for an engagement ring and two wedding bands. He wasn't completely able to afford all three rings, so the lady chipped in money for it, and I thought that was really cute. I thought that was really nice. Now that's for them. That's for that cute couple. That worked for them, but doesn't necessarily work for every other person. So then it still boils down to the fact that it depends on the couple. What your husband is able to afford. If it's something that you want so dearly, something you want so passionately, yeah, you could chip in money to buy it. I don't really see that as a problem. But for me, and naturally I'm a very traditional person, I would want for my man to buy my engagement ring and also the wedding bands. I think it's a symbol of commitment and love, and how much he sees that I love that. I love jewelry, so that's very important to me. So that leads us to a second point, which is, what does the wedding band and the engagement ring symbolize to you? I think the amount of significance you place on jewelry, the amount of significance you place on your wedding rings or engagement rings differs. Everybody sees things differently. I, for one, am a jewelry lover, and I place a lot of significance on that. So it's important that to me, that my husband or my fiance, boyfriend, or whatever gets that for me, because not only is that what I do for a living, it's what I really, really love. So it really still depends on individuals. It really, really depends on individuals. So I can't really criticize or judge anybody that chooses to wholeheartedly, a girl that chooses to wholeheartedly buy her own engagement ring and probably gives it to the man and he proposes to her. I think that's okay. It depends on the individual. So, and also as a lady, I think it's important that you consider your man and what it is he can afford, because most of the time why people go half on half on things is because they can't afford it, or rather one person can't afford it, so someone else has to chip in. So if that you want your man to buy you the engagement ring or your wedding bands wholeheartedly, you have to get what he can afford. So your man, the person you're marrying, his income, his financial capabilities. So it's important that you think about that when also deciding the type of jewelry you want. Obviously, you're spending the rest of your life with this person. You guys are planning on bigger things, that's, either renting a house or buying a car or starting a family, having children. So there are things more important than engagement rings, obviously. So it's very, very important that you consider his financial ability in thinking of these things. So always, you could still always find your style, the type of style you want, for a budget, for a cheaper budget. You must not necessarily go for there are cheaper alternatives to things. So you must not necessarily go for platinum. You could go for white gold, which is similar to platinum in looks. If white gold is expensive, you must not go for white gold. You could go for silver. So there are cheaper alternatives to things when engagement ring shopping, especially with metals, and also with the gemstones. To be honest, if you can't afford diamonds, you could go for a moissanite. If you can't afford a moissanite, you could go for cubic zirconia. It's very important that you keep in mind the fact that the engagement ring isn't the beginning and the end of the world. You have to get what it is that the both of you love and at the same time can afford. So something that a lot of my clients tend to do, especially those that can't really afford like a huge 5 carat diamond, they would most likely go for moissanite, which is the closest alternative to a diamond. And in my previous video, I had spoken about diamond testing, using the diamond testers, and the fact that some of these diamond testers actually test moissanites as diamonds. So you have to really be careful about that. But anyways, a lot of my clients tend to use moissanites as center stones, and then sometimes they put diamonds at the side, sometimes just the moissanite on gold most of the time. So it really differs. You have to ensure that whatever style you want can be achieved within your budget. Yes, and to be honest, we take pride here in the fact that we partner with our clients to create the jewelry of their dreams. So if you have a clear budget that you have and you want to work with, we would work with your budget and get you something similar, or if not the exact thing you actually want. And also, something about engagement rings is that you could always upgrade later. What you have now and where you're at now doesn't necessarily mean that's where you'll be at, in the next 10 years. By the grace of God, everybody's elevating, everybody's moving forward with their lives, with their career. So that's something that you could actually upgrade later if you really want to. And yes, it's really not such a big deal. I know I'm a jewelry lover and I love jewelry. I sell jewelry, of course, but it's really not as important as people would make it seem. Get something within your budget. Find somebody suitable that knows what it is they're doing. Ensure that you buy from the right sources so people are not cheating you or lying to you or selling you what isn't. So that's very, very important. You could always upgrade later. I say it to a lot of my clients, you could always upgrade later. So that's it for this video. I hope I have been able to educate you and to chat a little about if a woman should buy her ring or not. Left to me, I would want my man to buy my ring and the wedding band. But that's me. You do what is right for you and what is right for your relationship. So that's it. Take care and I'll see you in our next video. Bye.